Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Math Time with Mr. Massey. Aren't you lucky? Alright, so today we're talking about operations with complex numbers. Last time we spoke, we simply talked about simplifying complex numbers, put them through a few applications, but today we're going to be manipulating these things. We're going to be adding and subtracting, we're going to be multiplying, we're going to be doing some foiling, simplifying, all sorts of fun stuff. Can you feel the excitement? Yeah! Alright. So what I have for you today is I got something to, get the juices flowing in your brain. I want to kind of get your thought process going in the right direction. So I'm going to try to prime your brain. So check this out. I got some easy ones here. I'm going to ask you some questions. I don't want some answers. All right. So up here, what do you got? What's the square root of 4 times the square root of 4? Well, if you think about it, what you got is you got a 2 times a 2. So that's going to give me a 4. All right? So radical 4 times radical 4 is just a 4. How about the next one? Radical 25 times radical 25. What do you got? Well, that's just a 5. That's a 5. Looks like 25. Can you see that so far? So after the first two, I wonder if I can identify any sort of patterns here, right? Looks like whatever number is under these radicals, if they're the same and I'm multiplying them, my answer is just whatever's under the radical, right? So here, just 25. Here, just a 4. So here, what do you think? I think just a -1, right? Scoop. No math, just pattern recognition. Boom. However, in the last lesson, when we spoke about complex numbers, you told me that every time you see a square root of -1, it always spits out a I. Yeah. How about this one? This one always spits out a I. Yeah. So here, this mathematical proof, if we know that radical -1 times radical -1 equals -1, then here, I times I, just like x times x, gives me an I squared. But here I know that I squared has to equal -1. So that's going to be your big takeaway from this whole lesson with operations with complex numbers, is that I squared is going to be a -1. So over here, when you're foiling this guy, when you got the I times I, it's going to give you an I squared, you better convert that to a -1, because that's what we're going to do today. All right. So what I got for you is I got a little warm-up. I got a little confidence booster. I got this little monster right here that we're going to tackle and show him who's boss. All right? So check this out. Whenever we're adding or subtracting, I got to find like terms. I look for the things that are alike. And that simply means the same variable raised to the same power. So let me see what I got. So this guy here in the blue box is just a regular number. In this set, do I have any other regular numbers with no variables? Yeah, this guy. I sure do. Person who said that with a high-pitched voice, I sure do. It's just the 3. So now I got this little guy in the orange circle. Looks like just an I. Do I have anything else in this set with just an I? Yeah, just like it's a 2i, -2i. Yeah! You got a high voice, but that's okay. Looks like just this 2i right here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take whatever that operation tells me to do, this guy right in the middle. In this case, it says to add. I'm going to add my like terms. Piece of cake. So here I got a couple of regular numbers. 6 plus 3 gives me a 9. And over here I got a 1 plus -2i. I'm sorry, a 1i plus a -2i just gives me a... That's right, a -1i. Scoop. Once I'm there, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Put a bow on it, wrap it up, we're out of here. That's going to be my final answer. Now, if you're wondering, yes, it is just that simple. And also, this is going to be my standard form. I'm always going to have my real number out in front. And I'm always going to have my imaginary number in the back. Since he doesn't really exist, put him in the back. All right. How do you feel about it? All right, keep it moving. I didn't really hear you anyway. So how about this guy, example number 3? What we're going to do is I'm looking for an acronym that starts with an F that usually you wrap like leftover food in. What do you got? You got any takers? Foil! That high-pitched voice guy again. Yeah, I'm looking for foiling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send these guys in. Scoop, scoop, squawp, squawp. All right. Now, what do you got? When I multiply, I'm just going to multiply straight through these things. So help me out. Let's go turbo mode. Speed math. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times negative 2i, negative 6i. I times 2, 2i. I times negative 2i, negative 2i squared. Yeah, right in the glare. I bet you can't even see that. So that says negative 2i squared. All right? Not to worry, about to fix it. So what I want to do is I want to tidy this thing up. Instead of negative 2i squared, I know that I squared equals a negative 1. So I'm just going to tidy this thing up. So let me get it out of the glare. For those of you playing along at home. All right. So all I did was I converted this I squared, right? When I FOILed this guy, I got an I squared. I convert him to a negative 1. Boom. Now we can go about solving this sucker. So what do you got? A new color. What do you got? Let's do a blue. So I got 6 minus 6i plus 2i. What's negative 2 times negative 1? Shoot, that's a positive 2. You know it is. All right, we're almost done. So now just like last time, where are my like terms at? I got a regular number. That looks like an 8. You guys with me? All right. What else you got? How about some eyes? We got any eyes? Yeah. Put them in a blue box. I got this eye and that eye. Negative 6 plus 2. Looks like that's a negative 4i. Once I'm there, I'm in standard form. Regular number out front. Imaginary number, get to the back. After that, I'm home free, ladies and gents. Double check for errors. Looks good. All right, call it a day. Go home, do your homework, love your family, read a book, do something.